Kablamo.
I love anything that ends with an explosion.
Yeah, I like starting with a spear gun and ending with an explosion.
Yeah, that's pretty rad.
That's how you do it.
That's how it's done.
So yeah, here we are. This is our 4th mini episode.
Who's counting?
Yeah, I don't know.
Only our loyal fans.
Write in
and tell us how many mini episodes we've done.
Yeah, so we thought we'd check in. There's been a lot going on behind the scenes with Bond, and by the time we air this, probably more stuff will have happened.
Yeah, hopefully everyone's still alive and breathing and everything. It's
what were the 3 big things we were going to talk about? Title, the teaser trailer, and what was the one other?
All the onset explosions and
stuff,
crises.
Yeah, so why don't you touch on that?
The onset stuff?
Yeah.
I don't even... I was the one who just said I don't remember all this shit.
Damn
was
it,
the
Harris.
ankle surgery.
They had Daniel Craig busted his ankle. Did we talk about this ever before?
He was out for 5 weeks.
He was out for 5 weeks because of a badly sprained ankle, or
after shooting for like 1 week or 2
yeah,
weeks
yeah,
or
yeah.
something like that.
So I don't think that... Did they shut the whole production down, or did they shoot
No,
some...
they shot other stuff.
Yeah, they shot other stuff.
They know. They have this, like... They're prepared for this at this point, which is, like, all the tabloids... try to blow this movie up like it's going to be a bomb, but like, come on, it's a huge action movie. Like, they know that their star can get hurt.
Yeah, and nobody else has to blow this movie up because they're blowing themselves up. We also had a big chunk of Pinewood Studios got blown all to hell, and
See, that makes me more confident. To be honest,
clearly they're doing something awesome. If there was
a little bit, I have a little bit of that feeling.
Throwing caution to the wind a little bit. They're like, it'll be fine.
It's not so much caution to the wind. It's that the building was the thing that got destroyed, and not nobody died.
Yeah.
Do we know that?
Yeah.
All right.
That would be much bigger news.
I'm just saying. I mean, do we really know? No, because I have a feeling. They probably have places to put.
Some crew member has been missing for weeks. They're like, he's not dead.
No, he's
not
fine.
dead.
Gave him a promotion, sent him to Antarctica to shoot some extra.
He's location scouting on a
he's
remote island you've never heard of.
He's out of cell phone range, and you probably never hear from him again.
No,
you're still getting his paychecks, so he's sending you the paychecks and little handwritten notes. Say I love you.
Handwritten notes.
So my favorite thing is there's been rumors that the director like shows up late to set and stuff, and one of the big rumors is that it's because he's obsessed with Red Dead Redemption 2, and he was playing it for hours, and he showed up to set like 5 hours late or something.
But that was.
Then he came out.
Fake.
He tweeted and he was like, "That's bullshit."
He did it in a funny way too. He was like, "If you checked my Red Dead Redemption 2 progress, you'd know that I clearly am not devoting too much time to this." So, and it's also, if you've ever directed a movie of any level, even a tiny little film school short, you know that you really don't have time to do anything else when that's in progress.
You don't usually bring the PlayStation along with you to any location or anywhere.
I will say with 100% certainty, if he is playing video games a lot while he's directing this movie, we would be hearing about much worse shit going on than what is, because you really have to kind of be working
even when
20 hours a day on a project like this.
He would get fired.
Yes,
like,
exactly.
He would have already been fired.
They would have let him go. People would have noticed. It would,
There are other people who want to do this.
So there's some funny rumors going around, and there's definitely been some setbacks, but we did get our first taste of what this movie is going to look like. Yeah, we saw some both behind-the-scenes footage, which looked gorgeous, and some actual footage, which looked gorgeous.
Awesome.
Cut together a nice teaser. It was kind of dull. There wasn't a lot of action and excitement happening, but it looked really cool.
Rastafarian music going on there.
Yeah, we got some.
That music is cool.
Yeah, a little. I don't know. Somebody more versed in the type of music would have to tell. What is like? Is it?
I guess it's
dubstep.
reggae.
Not really.
I think you could just put it in the blanket
broader
term reggae.
Yeah.
Well, we did see a lot of scenes that presumably were shot in Jamaica.
Oh, you know what? It's probably dance hall. I believe dance hall is the
hall.
correct genre.
That sounds right.
Those are the two like big genres of island music: the reggae or the dance hall, I believe. I feel like that leaned more dance hall.
Yeah, and plus we saw like a club scene they showed.
Whatever happened to ska though? I miss Desmond Decker in the 80s.
Ska is like a blend.
Ska predates reggae. Reggae came from ska. But that's neither here nor there. Anyways, we were talking about some of that footage. We saw a spear gun in it, which was cool.
Yes.
No scuba, which I agree with and advocate. If we can get spear guns involved without scuba, I'm more of a fan of that.
It shows off that they're shooting on film.
Yeah, definitely shooting on film.
And we
big
know that they're
Panavision
shooting
camera.
on IMAX film for portions of it.
Yeah,
It's the first Bond movie
fancy.
to do that. That'll be nice.
That club scene looked pretty cool. We saw
Really
Felix
cool.
Leiter, Jeffrey Wright, briefly.
We get like some shots
back.
of background characters that look like just really
very atmospheric.
That woman in the sunglasses, and then the guy doing some kind of gambling game thing.
The beaded hair thing is a very memorable image. Yeah, that was pretty cool. We see some shots of Daniel Craig. There's a moped. I don't know if that's a chase sequence or what, but maybe it's just a PA delivering some stuff to set. But, we see Daniel Craig walking dramatically on an ankle that appears to be at least healed enough for him to walk dramatically.
We only see him from like mid-waist up, though.
That could be fake, do you think? He's like,
they've got somebody else's legs down there.
he's being carried by two PAs are carrying him on their shoulders.
Exactly.
And he's sort of bouncing like he's walking.
Yeah, that's acting.
That's the magic of movies.
That's why they get paid the big bucks.
They amputated both of his legs, and he's still going to finish his film.
So for
and a big explosion at the end.
For long-term fans of the show, you might remember one of our earlier mini episodes. Colin and I, Harris was unavailable at the time, but Colin and I recorded live the Bond 25 press conference, hoping to get the title announcement. But we
that was my friend David's favorite one.
I think it was one of my favorites too, because you guys literally watched a news conference with the volume down low
at 5 in the morning
and didn't talk during it on a podcast. I was listening to it. I was like, what are they doing?
There were certain challenges and we made certain creative choices, and that's all we really need to say about it.
You wanted to stay out of the way of the visuals, and I get that.
Yeah,
even on a podcast that sometimes is, just, I'm not going to question your art. I wasn't there. I don't know the situation. I'm not going to second guess backseat drive your version.
Right. Well, of course, the takeaway from that show was that we were hoping for a title and we didn't get one. They just called it Bond 25, or continued to call it Bond 25. It came out recently that they did have a title for the movie, and at the last minute, some higher up producer or whoever decided, let's not announce it. I don't like it. Like, all hands weren't on deck. Like, someone was not into it, and so because of that, they decided to pull it, but continue with the press conference the next day because it was too late. It was set in stone. So the title was going to be A Reason to Die.
Yeah.
I mean,
I actually like Die Another Reason better.
That is a little better.
I think A Reason to Die is not the worst. Like, if that were the title, I think it would have grown on me by now.
I like having the word reason in there and the word die in there. I think the preposition is wrong.
A reason for die.
A reason die.
A reason after dying. Dying to kill. Kill to die.
Under reason, die over. That would be good, right?
Raisin bread, die.
Raisin bread.
Raisin bran, die. That's it?
So basically we came up with at least a dozen titles there that they are welcome to. If they don't, maybe this is all like you think this is all like a bait and switch where they really wanted it to be A Reason to Die and they still do, but it was like leaking and they were like, you know what? Let's say we hate this title and we're never going to use it, and then later just use it anyway.
Maybe it's all the same letters as that title, but a different order.
A treason to fry.
Now, not rhyming. An anagram, I think, is what he's talking about.
Dreist and Fry.
Tie.
I still like a treason to fry.
A treason to fry.
They're not called fries in the UK. They're called chips.
Oh, yeah. A treason to chip.
Pommes frites.
All right. So the new Bond movie is called A Treason to Chip. You heard it here first. And it's nice to break news in this show finally, because we've been doing our due diligence and, sniffing around the dark corners of the internet. And finally.
What if the new title was Sniffing Around the Dark Corners?
Yeah. Well, there's got to have kill or die in there.
007 in James Bond. Sorry. Daniel Craig is 007 James Bond in Sniffing Around the Dark Die.
Is it Sniffing Around the Dark, die?
maybe a partial
or
ellipsis,
colon.
like 2 dots. 2 dots and then a return.
Sniffing Around the Dark, die, exclamation point.
Sniff to die.
Yeah, these are all really good.
But it's pretty ironic that so we started this podcast. Our goal is that we're counting down month by month to the release of Bond 25, and that it still doesn't have a title, and we've only got 4 movies left to go. I really thought we'd have a title at this point. Yeah. I mean, when do you think they're gonna?
When is the release date of this movie? They haven't changed that though.
They haven't changed it despite his injury.
This fall still?
It's April 8th, 2020.
How are we gonna just drag out? We only have 4 more months.
Don't talk to the listeners about that.
Yeah. Don't tell them our grand plan.
We know what we're doing.
It's all in our elaborate spreadsheet that I've created.
Spreadsheets.
There's definitely a plan. There are spreadsheets involved and other things. So Matt's got this. Don't worry, listener.
We've all got this.
Oh,
You're
yeah, I've got this too.
You're trying to throw someone under the bus.
I am privy to this plan as well. I, in fact, helped.
I know how to use computers and read emails.
Everything is under control. Do not panic, people.
Do not panic.
All right. Well, this was fun.
Is there anything else?
I don't think so. Is there? We did the title and the teaser and the injuries,
explosions.
And nothing new other than the new title, which is A Treason to Chip. Sniffing around the dark corners of the internet. There's a colon in there. And,
sniffing around the dark corners.
Colon. Die.
Someone listening, make a poster of that.
Yeah, another classic Minisode. Thanks, guys.
All right, in the can. See you next time.